It's your girl Rosie Fonte, and today we'll be doing a mukbang with KFC because I want to talk and also just eat some food. And I ordered this literally like 2 minutes ago and it came and I'm so hungry, so that's what we're going to do today. Guys, so for food we've got Kansas bites. I've got 2 tubs of these. We've got wraps, we've got gravy, and we've got chips which are back here. But yeah, we're just going to sit here, eat this and have a little chit chat because why not? I thought the first thing we could talk about is definitely maybe school. So obviously there's a lot going on at the moment with schools and unis, funding, that sort of thing. So I thought we could have a bit of chit chat about that because I don't think it's fair at the moment that students are paying as much as we're paying. And I know that unis need to make money. Hello. I know that schools and unis need to make money, and I'm only going to talk on the uni side a bit, just because obviously that's what I'm at. I'm doing uni, but I don't think it's completely fair students paying £9 a year when we're doing online lessons. That's obviously not what we stand up for. Like, I study musical theatre, so I'm studying MT full time. And frankly, what are you looking at? Frankly, it's like, you know when you're just like, I can't really dance in a bedroom. Like, my room's currently being done up, so this isn't, I'm not even filming in my room, I'm filming in my parents' room. But, you know, it's just like not fair. And obviously, like, I understand what's going on in the world and we have to be online. However, obviously, like, it's so hard, especially if, like, it's hard for everyone. But for me, doing pirouettes in a room that's got, like, no room whatsoever, like, the amount of times I've hurt myself is ridiculous. And I have, like, a dance studio in the garden. But that don't get used. Like, it does and it doesn't. Because it means when you go out there it's freezing, like freezing cold. And then you're scared you're gonna injure yourself because you can't warm up properly because it's ice cold out there and the heat's not work properly. Well, the heaters do work, but they just don't heat up the room quick enough, really. It takes someone an hour to get to, like, you know, like a decent temperature to when we can do your lessons. But I just don't think that fees need to be dropped for at least whilst we're doing online lessons. Even if it's just like this term or this semester, for example. And next semester if we're online still. And do it based on like term/semesters. Because when I was at college we had 3 terms, but at uni we have 2 semesters, which I'm on my second one now. Because I was extremely lucky. Me and my uni, like with my uni, I was extremely lucky. We had our first whole semester was on campus, which I know a lot of people didn't get. But I just think there needs to be more said with what's going on with us. Because I feel like you hear a lot about the GCSEs, and you hear a lot about like GCSEs being cancelled because obviously students can't, like, or being, like, you know, evaluated or based on what work they've done in class and stuff. But then for us as like uni students, there's not much being said about us and like our degrees and our diplomas on what we're doing, because it's like they're like okay with us just being online lessons, doing our assessments online almost, and then it being like, oh yeah, but you guys are still going to pay the full £9,000 and you're not on campus. And like, I don't know about accommodations this time around. I'm not doing accommodation. I live at home, but like you get very much like the attitude of, you know, like, oh, like you guys are fine because you think like qualifications are fine as long as you're doing work. And you can hand out essays online. But it's like for us, like for instance, performing arts law, my jazz assessments are like completely screwed. I was meant to do them before Christmas and they've been pushed back all the way to March. Because they're not saying we can really film, like we won't get marked properly based on us filming it obviously in a bedroom. But yeah, I definitely think this is something that needs to be worked on. But yeah, I'm going to eat my wrap now, and this is one of their snack wraps they do. I think it's got like barbecue, lettuce and cheese in. It smells fucking amazing actually. But it's just like a little snack wrap because I didn't want their big wraps. I don't really like the big wraps, I'm not going to lie. Let's talk about being homeschooled, because I think that's something that a lot of people... I feel like when I got homeschooled, I was homeschooled all the way up to college, and I really liked it. However, it was one of those things where it was almost like, at least from my friend group, there was like some mates of mine, mates, because clearly they weren't mates, would instantly assume that because I was homeschooled, I wasn't going to get to uni, I wasn't going to go to college, I weren't going to, you know, do well because I was homeschooled and taught by my parents. However, jokes on them, you know, I'm sitting here right now doing my degree and plan on going to get my master's, and I'm getting really good grades, and I left with my diploma with great grades as well. But yeah, I feel like that's like one of the sad things about being homeschooled is like when I remember going on to when I was auditioning to do my diploma first. When I was auditioning to do my diploma, I had a lot. We did auditions instead of like, so we would go to the school and did singing. We sang a song. A monologue, and we did a dance solo, or you do like maybe 2 of the 3 and stuff like that, depending on what you're auditioning for. But obviously, as you're like doing stuff, as I was going to do them, and I was talking to these mates, I'd get told like, "Wait, you think you can do a diploma? But you were homeschooled, do you really think you can get that?" And I was like, why not? Like, just because I'm homeschooled don't mean I'm like thick. And like, I know not everyone has that outlook on homeschooled people. This was genuinely my experience of being homeschooled, and I know some people have like a lot better experience. I love being homeschooled, and I got offered by my parents multiple times to go to school, like multiple times throughout my life. They were like, "Do you want to go to school? Like, because you're missing out on friends, stuff like that." I liked being homeschooled. I grew up with a lot more. I don't want to say mature because that sounds wrong. Like, I grew up, at least from like my most of my friends and stuff, like I was a little bit more maturer. But that's because I grew up around adults. I grew up around like obviously mum, my dad, my nan and granddad, stuff like I didn't do this classic stuff that you do at school. I missed out a lot on like the school, you know, messing about stuff, like the messing about side of school. However, I liked being homeschooled. Like, it meant I could spend more time with my family. It meant that I could spend more time with my granddad, who I had an amazing bond with. He was like a father to me. Like my second father, I absolutely loved him. He was like my best friend. But obviously there was always that thing like, when I got my diploma, all my mates were, when I got in to do my diploma, my mates were really shocked. But then they were like, "You might have got in, but what says you're going to actually pass it?" Which, and they used to, and then I'd get told that obviously that I was like copping out because I was going down the musical theatre route and I weren't doing like a proper like educational subject. But I was training in musical theatre from like, I was training in singing, dance and acting since the age of like 11, like 10, 11. And I loved every second of it, like every little second of training I fell in love with. Like, and that's why I wanted to do musical theatre. I wasn't like a cop out because of like, I was homeschooled. It was nothing to do with that. It was all because of me wanting to do it as a subject. And I used to think, why would you say that if we're all at a dance school together? Like, these were mates that were at drama school with me. But obviously that's just the way it can be. It can just be a bit, you know, whatever. Like, for you just have to learn to ignore it, especially if you're homeschooled, that you just need to learn to ignore it. Because it is just one of those things. If you are seen as stupid because you're homeschooled, they clearly don't know much about being homeschooled, because I still did English, I still did maths, I did geography, I did history. I didn't do art because I was doing performing arts at school. I didn't just do like, but I didn't do like painting art. And I didn't do PE because PE we sort of counted it as what I was doing at dance and stuff like that. It was still fitness. I was just doing PE in the form of dancing. But I don't know. Like, I would consider homeschooling my kids. I'd ask them if they wanted to, but if they wanted to be homeschooled, I'd homeschool them. Like, because I didn't see any issue with it. I think the only issue with it is the GCSE side of it. Just because, at least at the moment, at least when I went to do my GCSEs, you had to be a certain. We couldn't find a way for me to do it before turning 16. I had to do it in order to go to night school to do my GCSEs or to take the exam. Even just sit the exam, I had to be 16. Which is obviously when I was going to college and stuff like that. So I had to do it alongside. I had to do my GCSEs alongside college. I couldn't do it like the year that everyone else would have been doing it. I had to do it after I turned 16 and do it as like year 12, as if I was doing as if I was going to that point, the age where I'd be doing like is it sixth form? Yeah, sixth form. Rather than doing it like I would have been doing it after. So I did it after leaving secondary. I had to do my GCSEs because I couldn't do it in secondary because I wasn't 16 until leaving secondary. So it was kind of one of those things that was a bit of an issue. Like, I couldn't sign up to do them. Which is currently what's happening with my sister. My sister's finished school at 16, but to do GCSEs, she has to do her GCSEs to, obviously, if she wants to go on to do like certain stuff, she has to be 16. And the thing is, you have to be in full-time education till you're, I believe it's 19 in England, which obviously I am. But you have to prove that you're in, oh my god, how much fucking sauce did they put in here? You have to be able to prove that you're in education. Which is great. I could, but there was a lot of issues when I wanted to get my first job because I had to prove I was in education, but I weren't doing GCSEs because at the time. So I had to prove that I was at college and stuff. I wanted a job at 16. The minute I turned 16, I wanted a job. I was determined to have a job. And I've been working at the same place for the last 2 years now. I've been working at McDonald's. And I'm sitting around eating KFC because I'm not willing to pay the delivery fee for McDonald's when I work there. I think I got free delivery on this. I'm not willing to pay £4 for delivery fee. And something, my local McDonald's, and I'm not going to name which one, because it's not the one I work at. My local one that I can get Uber from is a £3.99 delivery fee, which I'm paying every now and again. Every now and again. If I'm really craving McDonald's, I will pay it. But also, I'm in my pyjamas. Can we appreciate that? I made no fucking effort at all for this video. When I work for McDonald's, and like, what's it called? When I work for McDonald's and get free McDonald's during my break, when I work there, and I work 3 days a week. So as you can imagine, I eat a fucking lot of McDonald's. You don't really want to Uber it. Especially when there's a £3.99 delivery fee and I get discounts when I'm at work. However, I will say from the local one that I order from, when I do order, like, because sometimes we get like McDonald's, you know, for dinner and stuff like that, like, but I only like to do it really when I'm not working that week. But like if we do get McDonald's or stuff like that, they seem to always, and I thought it was like, you know, like when you think it's hopefully like a one-time thing, they always seem to like, you know, like put the fries, like fill the fries out halfway, and then you've got like no fries whatsoever. And they always forget stuff from the one that I have to order from, because I can sometimes order from the one that I work, But for some reason, and if you know why, please tell me. Sometimes the McDonald's that I work at don't show up on Uber, but I know they're ordering still because I've asked my mates to check before. So it's almost like sometimes I'm out of their radius and sometimes I'm not. Because I know when we're ordering, because Ubering, because obviously, I mean, I work there. But like 99.9% of the time, I can't order from them. But then like today, I could have ordered from the one that I worked at, which obviously, if I'm ordering from McDonald's, I'd rather order from the one that I work at. Because obviously, I know what our deliveries are like and I know how we pack them and shit like that. Because every McDonald's packs, a lot of McDonald's pack their Ubers slightly different. Like we have our own system. The one that I order from obviously has their own system that clearly ain't fucking working because the amount of times I forget I lose food is ridiculous. But you know when you're just like, I don't know what to do anymore. You're not clearly, I don't want to eat any more of these. These are just so sickly. I'm going to be completely honest. The lack of motivation right now for uni is ridiculous. And I think that's because I don't have any space. I'm doing online learning, which, you know, is not fun. Online learning's not fun. My motivation is just down because of that. And, like, online learning just ain't as fun as normal learning. I forgot, like, no space to dance because when it's dance school, our little dance studio in the back garden is just freezing 24/7. My room normally has like enough roomish to do stuff. However, the problem is with that, I can't, like, what's it called? I can't be in my room at the moment because my room's been done up. There's a video coming on that soon, hopefully. And like my parents' room is like full of like everything that obviously I've got. This is my parents' room that I'm currently in. But this room's currently full of like all of my stuff on the floor, like all of my stuff that needs to go back into my room. So like my video games are all in my drawers, like because I've got no furniture at all in my room. I'm sleeping on a mattress on the floor at the moment. Like the only thing that's left is carpet, my wardrobe because it's like built into the wall, and then we've got like everything else is outside. Like my PC is currently sitting opposite me over there. Like my gaming computer, I can't even film gaming videos. Like that's how stressful my room's got. Like I can't even upload on my gaming channel anymore because I filmed footage. Guess what? I filmed footage, and then like all of a sudden the footage just went, and I'm not even eating anymore. I need to eat something. My sort of book I stopped being a mukbang. I don't really want the wrap. We're gonna drink instead. Does drinking count? Drinking don't really count, does it? But yeah, like I filmed. On the Thursday, I filmed gaming footage, and then going on to the Friday, I was like, I filmed all, like loads of footage, and that footage lasted me like 2 weeks, and then I was just gonna have to, if my room weren't done within 2 weeks, which it should be, like I was like, I'll just have to say, look guys, I've run out of footage, or try and film some gaming footage on my iPad. But then all of a sudden, like I went to work on the Thursday night, and in my computer I was like out of my room. My parents had already started removing furniture whilst I was at work, and one of the things was my laptop, my gaming computer, because they wanted to put it on like this side and tuck it all away nicely so it didn't get broke. All I thought was that because I was grateful that they moved everything and like started helping me like get everything out of my room. But you know when you're like, I can't edit any of that footage now because I didn't even have time to transfer it to my laptop, because any footage that I hadn't edited I was going to transfer to my laptop and edit on that. So as you can imagine, I'm upset. But oh well. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave this video there. I hope you guys all enjoyed and liked my no effort KFC mukbang. And I will see you all next time. Bye.